Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're getting into something that affects, well, every single one of us, time. It's probably our most valuable resource, isn't it? Especially, now with everything moving so fast. And our mission here really is to unpack how these things we call time-saving tools, well, how they're actually much more than just simple conveniences. Have you ever stopped to think, really think, about how much time you save without even noticing? Or what that saved time actually means for your life?
That really is the heart of it. Time is, well, it's finite. It's incredibly precious. And what's fascinating, looking at our sources,
Yeah.
is that anything helping with time management or efficiency,
Mm-hmm.
it isn't just some nice-to-have luxury. It's actually a fundamental improvement to daily living. It reshapes how we engage with our own lives, our priorities.
Right. We tend to just label them conveniences, don't we? Like, oh, that's handy. But the material we've looked at, it pushes past that. It suggests something much deeper is going on. So if it's more than just convenience, what is it unlocking for us? What's that hidden benefit?
Well, it's not just about making things easier, although, that's part of it and always welcome. The core argument, really, from the sources is that these tools don't just make life easier. They actively improve its quality. And this is where it gets really interesting. This improvement happens because they give us more, well, control over how we live each moment.
Hmm.
And that control isn't just about, like, scheduling. It's the agency it gives back. It frees us up in some pretty surprising ways.
Okay, so that time that gets saved, where does it go? What do the sources say we actually gain when we get time back, beyond just having a few extra minutes?
Well, on one level, it's pretty straightforward.
Hmm.
You get the ability to accomplish more in less time. That's clear. But, and this is crucial, that save time isn't just for, like, packing more work in. The research keeps pointing to the freedom it gives you. Freedom to spend that time on things that matter more.
Hmm.
Things like rest or relationships, hobbies, maybe learning something new. That's really the key insight for you. It's about taking back that finite resource and consciously putting it towards what genuinely enriches your life. It fosters this sense of what we could call temporal sovereignty.
Temporal sovereignty. Wow, that's a powerful idea. And it's interesting because it's not always about the big, flashy tech stuff, is it? Our sources really stress the wide range of things that count as a time-saving tool.
Mhm.
Let's start with something super common, digital calendars. The ones that pop up reminders for meetings. We all use them. But it's more than just not missing the meeting, right? Think about the mental energy it saves, the cognitive load.
Exactly. That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Technology like that, it sort of automates being vigilant. Instead of your brain running this constant background check, wait, do I have that meeting? What time was it?
Hmm.
It offloads that. It frees up your mental bandwidth
Yeah.
for, harder problems, creative thoughts, or just relaxing your mind instead of constantly tracking things.
Right. And then you've got smart assistants like Siri or Google Assistant doing tasks with voice commands. Sure, they can set a timer, but what's the bigger picture? Okay, let's unpack that a bit. How much mental energy are we talking about saving here? Not just physical time. It's not just quicker to ask it to set a reminder. It's about not breaking your flow, maybe.
Yes, you've nailed a key point there. Our sources talk a lot about the impact of frictionless interaction. The ease of voice commands means they just slot into your daily routine without much effort. It's not only speed, it's about cutting down on all those tiny mental stops and starts throughout the day. Imagine, like, staying focused on something important, that deep work state, without having to stop, pick up a device, type something. The cumulative effect of all these little effortless interactions, it really adds up, helps prevent that mental drain.
And speaking of things adding up, the source material also highlights the sort of quiet power of small habits. Things like prepping meals ahead of time or using online banking instead of standing in line at the bank or setting up automatic bill payments. These aren't glamorous, but wow, they seem incredibly effective for building efficiency into your life.
Oh, absolutely. The research shows these small habits, when you do them consistently, they can save hours every month. Hours. And that brings up a really important question for you listening. What could you do with those extra hours? What deeper goals or maybe just rest could you pursue? It's not just about having more free time. It's about consciously choosing how you invest it, reclaiming it.
That's only something to think about.
Yeah.
And finally, let's touch on commutes. Often a huge time sink, right? And frustrating. Our sources mention things like public transport apps with real-time schedules or navigation tools like Waze or Google Maps that steer you around traffic jams. Most of us use these things constantly, almost automatically now, but their impact is actually pretty huge.
Indeed. These tools really cut down on that wasted time during daily commutes.
Mhm.
They turn something that used to be, frustrating and unpredictable into time you could potentially use for something else. Or just relax a bit more. It changes the whole feel of getting from A to B. Gives you back a sense of control over that part of your day.
So, okay, let's pull this all together. What's the big takeaway for you? It's obviously not just about going faster, is it? It feels much, much deeper.
That's right. If we synthesize the insights from our material, it's this. These time-saving tools and habits, they don't just make life easier, they fundamentally improve its quality. How? By giving us more control, more agency, and they enable us to consciously, strategically prioritize what really matters to us. It really encourages all of us, to look critically at our own routines. Where could small shifts lead to significant time liberation, allowing us to invest that liberated time back into our well-being, our growth, our relationships?
So maybe next time you use a simple reminder on your phone, or ask Siri about the weather, or glance at a traffic app, try to think beyond just the seconds or minutes saved. Pause for a moment and consider the quality of life you might have gained back, the mental energy saved, the little bit of stress avoided. What part of your life could really use a few extra moments of that temporal sovereignty we talked about?
And that really leads to a fascinating question for the future, doesn't it? As technology keeps evolving, keeps finding new ways to make us more efficient, how might our actual definition of valuable time, and maybe even time well spent, continue to change and expand? Something to ponder.